Welcome back to the quest for treasure. We're going to do some rock hounding and some metal detecting. There's a swimming hole here and access to Cache Creek. And I was actually here before, and there was a guy that came down while I was gold mining, and he said, I was here 12 years ago and I lost my blah blah huge ring, and it has diamonds, and you should look around for it if you're a treasure hunter, because it's definitely in here. So there's spots from the bridge all the way down. I thought we'd do some poking around, but I don't know how much of the gravel is exposed. But you smell what I'm stepping in. Now that I know such things just hang out for a while, we will go see if there's any remnants of the treasure. Wow, okay, so this is the swimming hole he was talking about. Holy moly. But good to come here this time of year. Look at all the birds. There's swallows, see their nests up under there. But they must swim here, and then this is gravel all the way down, so we might not be checking the gravel beds today because I do not have the ability to go in there and look for that. But there's a ring in there somewhere. He said he was in the old swimming hole under the old bridge that was right here. So the trick is to see if there's any spots where all the gravel is getting pushed up to after it goes through that hole. And you know, maybe the ring got, ooh, see? That's what I'm talking about. The ring. We're gonna come out here and find the ring that was lost 12 years ago, Nate. No, but you know what I'm talking about. Everybody's swimming there. It said it slipped off his finger. Okay, so how far does a heavy thing travel? Could be anywhere. I say we hit this beach. It's actually not that deep either. And lots of people swim here. Lots of people. This is good. Should be my first in the water a little bit hard. I looked it up, my bounty hunter that I use, only the head of it's waterproof, but it is a little waterproof. This is not the body. So I can poke around a little bit. I'm gonna go get it. We'll be back. Man, camera has been beat up quick this year. I'll tell you what, if we don't find anything metal detecting, there's still going to be a lot of cool rocks to look at here. So, we will start off with the detector though, and see what people have lost over the eons, or decades. Promising sign is that there is coinage here. It's our second penny of this little expedition. It's buried down in some tree roots, and I'm kind of working away. There's a big straight chute where it looks like a bunch of light material moves through, and I was hoping that all these bushes might have caught some gold rings or some silver coins or some really old wheat pennies or anything. But yeah, the trees here have like 20 years of names carved in them. You can see hearts that have gone away that are like super old, so that's actually a good sign too, because everybody's been coming down here and partying for a long time and losing stuff. Well, it's definitely going to be easier and better to do when the water is down a little bit, but I'm on what I thought might be Treasure Island, but I'm not seeing it so far. But maybe there's more little beaches and stuff. We'll keep poking around a little bit and exploring. Beep, 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 beep. It says you have a shovel in your hand. Oh yeah, pretty cool though. This is crazy. This can't be real. That can't be real. That can't be real. Wow, okay. I'm gonna carefully put this in the water. It came out of this little divot. I literally got another pop-top signal stuck the red shovel in, that's what you missed, and went boom, and I saw this covered in dirt, and I thought it was a hose clamp, you know, with the little silver part on there. Look at that. What the heck? Okay, obviously slow moving water. I just ran into these people when I was telling them that I was hunting a diamond ring that got lost here. They'll never believe I walked down and found it. That's ridiculous. That can't be diamond because it's set in like brass, right? Or is that gold? Okay, Nate, slow down. Okay, I'm gonna wash this off all the way and then we'll be right back. Would you come metal detecting here? It's high water. I mean, I'm like, willow tree, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? But look, gather up. Oh, look. Look at this weird spot. Look, there's pennies. You guys see that? It's right on the ground next to where I just dug this ring that I haven't quite showed you. I'm getting way ahead of myself, but look, so this is a spot where Step is. I'm so excited. Pennies, pop tops. Look how many zincs I pulled out. Each one of those digging through a sand pit of gravel. Okay, there's no way that those are real. The fire in there is insane, but it's got to be cubic zirconium. Look at that. A 3-carat diamond with side diamonds. Those are like 1 carat set into what? It doesn't even have a... Doesn't have any maker's mark or anything that I can see. Although look, there's a little mark that kind of matches. What's that little band about? And the other rings too. This is real. This was an hour's worth of work. I went out and looking places where I don't think that other people are going to look. Instead, just hitting the usual spots. And you can see where I'm at, where I'm trapped between, and what I'm digging through. And yet, there, sitting right there, is that. Okay, so we're gonna have to get this tested. I'm not gonna leave this a question mark. Oh my God. Well, I went down, it showed those guys my find, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Could be a cubic from the cut, I guess, but it sure has a lot of shine to it. And it could be somebody who had an allergy. And I swear, if you go back, I don't know if I put it in that video, but last year I was out here and I was gold mining, and with my sluice on Cache Creek, and a guy came down and told me that he lost his wedding ring here and described it and said it was a bunch of stuff set in it, or his wife lost her ring, something like that. And so that's what gave me the gut feeling to come back here today and look. But I didn't think I'd be able to walk down and find that. Oh, that was the coincidence of that day, just to get this on tape, was these other people came by. I came back the next day after that, and I was gold mining again, same spot, and different people came by, and they had obviously run into that guy at some point, and he had told them the same story because they were telling me all about that and saying that they'd met a guy out here a few years before who had told him they had lost his diamond ring. So that's all a true story, and that was 2 different days, and that was the very last time I was at this parking lot. So I drove about an hour and a half from my house and thought, I'll go check that spot, because so many people kept walking up to me and telling me the same weird story about a lost ring. And then I walked down here, I hunted for about 40 minutes to an hour, and then this came out of the dirt. I don't even understand. Okay, how do I go on hunting? What am I hoping for? More. I hear you. Okay, now my gut's telling me. I kind of shined the edge of this up and it looks shiny there. I'm thinking that might not even be copper. It might be some sort of red gold or something. We're going to definitely take this and get it tested. Because it seems to me that that should be green, not red if it was copper. And where I kind of buffed it down there on the edge. But it was coated. We will solve this with a jeweler. You think the inside would have some sort of maker's mark though. We can't figure out what's going on with the metal, but the settings are correct. Am I obsessing? Okay. That's where it came from, was right there, and there was the other pennies, and oh look, there's another penny right here. Look at that. So there's actually, this is like a spot where treasure is washing up. What year is that? 1975. So there was the ring, and then penny, penny, penny. So I think it probably suits us to search around here, and then when the water comes back, even if you beat me to it right there. But yeah, maybe because these roots are here, things can't stick to a certain point. But then you see the depth of material I was dealing with is actually a mountain of gravel. So oh look, there's another penny right there. What are the chances of that? And these are all different dates. Those first three were all zincs like this one, and then that one was a copper. Look, right there. Look at that. That one's a copper. 1979. Okay, so you see what's happening, and I've seen this on Aqua Chigger videos because he works in the water, and because I'm a gold miner, and but I wasn't expecting to actually find the spot. That's killer. That's why that ring is there, and that's why there's, what, 6 pennies laying around it from the 70s on. So this area is a golden spot right here. Look at that. Crazy. So that was a sinker laying right there, and I can't believe that I'm actually shaking and still expecting more, but I am somehow because everything's just landing here and there's all kinds of signals in the ground. So there was the ring hole, there was the sinker. Whew. I gotta slow down a little bit. I am just shaky. Wow, what a high. So this one is a modern quarter. Just a modern quarter, but no, actually it's got an eagle on it. Let me check the year real careful as I thumb it. Sorry for that thumb rub on the gold coin. Oh my god, you guys, I didn't know. Hang on, I'll be right back. 93. But laying right there, and all the pennies were right there, and the ring was right there. So still just a rich area. And that means all these willow chunks on any river. So I'm going to show you these pennies. This is the next one, literally came from right there, and the other one's all up here on the bank. So I'm going to go along and check this root wad. You can do it with me because we're getting so many overlapping, and I'm making sure that my little coil is flat. That's what I've learned so far. Just like when you're mowing a lawn or doing anything, you want that little bit of overlap. But you see how nothing is sticking on these roots except for coins and lead sinkers, and all the other rocks are piled up down there. So I think that's part of what's going on. We found the correct pressure zone, and it's silent out here. And then got down to this area, and we might have mopped it up. Nope, there's more. Hopefully that's not my shovel. No, you hear that? And that was like an inch from that quarter. Let's see what it is. I scoot away the gravel for a visual. Okay, so we're gonna have to dig. It says it's 4 inches down. I'll just go ahead and keep you guys with me. And go ahead and dig this out. Give it a little plug here. Feels like it's gonna be all roots. Sorry about the shaky. I'm not running with the tripod, I'm just using a little belt clip. Oh, there it is. It popped right out on the surface. You see it? So it's a dime from 2016, but it was a dime. So we'll check our hole again. Oh, what's going on with that? Was that dime just visually on the surface? It was. This place is loaded up. Somehow it's scrubbed all of the gravel here. It's piled it in a 3-foot area. Let that be a lesson. I was almost going to put that plug back. So, what's that on my fingertip? A flat rock. And the root, I am actually trying to go around it a little bit. That's why my plug got broken up. So, making the hole a little bit sloppy, but we should be there any time now. Okay, you want me to just pause it for a second and then find it? I think it's uphill. I'll give it one more scoop. Okay, quit beeping, that's the shovel. I know I'm getting overzealous now on my digging, but I'm doing it left-handed. Okay, did we get it on that one? Let's see. We did. Thank you for staying. See, aren't you happy? What is it? Is it anything, right? You've been along on this journey, right? Okay, there's a dime. It's nice and bright looking. Wash it off in the water. Is that why you guys were calling that newbie juice? Okay, it's another 2000 something. But 2 dimes, one stacked on top of each other. Right where the pennies were, right where the ring was, right where the quarter was. I can't even move out of this area so far. Killer. Let's keep going. Search a whole other beach and all of Treasure Island and all that before I even found the spot where there was anything but pennies and pop tops. So, and then the ring was the first thing I found here. And we're just basically chewing through the gravel in a pattern so far. Woohoo! Okay, let's check that hole one more time. Okay. In case you're wondering who holds up the back of that thing, it's the angels. No, the trail continues, literally. Another zinc 6 inches away, laying on the surface visually. And I'm getting a disappearing like 9 inches down, deep grown out of here. I wish I could find again. Oh. Well, I couldn't have told you that I could drive up here and hunt around on a little 10-foot chunk of beach and fill my pockets up with more treasures in the park, but the world seems full of it, so here's our next signal. So we're gonna go down 4 inches, 3 inches, 7 inches. There might be multiple things here. It's kind of like the little dish at the edge of the gravel that heads out there. But we'll go for that one first because it sounds screaming. We'll do that and see if a little bottle cap pops out. Oh, look, we got coinage. What are you? Everybody's like, quit kicking things and rubbing things. Sorry. Now I can see it's a clad. Another 2000 something. But yeah, I'm happy, man. Lots of dimes, lots of things, more rings. and the signals continue. So, as the river flows by, so are the days of our lives. Well, the mosquitoes are out, and it's just been probably another hour and a half of going crazy here. I'm going to smooth that out just a little bit more. But just signal after signal after signal. Basically our whole hunt has been here today, so I'll show you the cleanup. But can you believe that? So, I'm really happy. Even if it's just a cubic zirconium or whatever. And that is an exciting thing, you know? I'm so stoked. So, once again, glad everybody was with me. I'm going to wander up and see if there's any other exposed beaches. We already did all this in here. It's quiet. And that's the name of the game. Get there first. As the water drops down this year, hit the spots closest. It's the opposite of what I usually do. You usually show up at a good place where you know there's something fun, you head away from the people, and then your odds increase. This is the opposite. I'm kind of enjoying it. You show up and you hunt out where the other humans have been, which is way easier to find, let me tell you. So, anyhow, this is a killer spot too. I'm going to come back here in summer just to hang out, because look at how long these willows have arched over the river and stuff. So it should be super shady on a hot day with water that isn't so much in the main flow. I guess this comes out of a dam at some point. I know this comes out of the bottom of Clear Lake there or whatever, so it fluctuates daily. They let it out. They can control the flow in this, I believe. That's what somebody was saying. So I'm reiterating what I have heard. I will see you guys in cleanup, or if there's anything on the other beach. We're gonna have to come back here. There's signals that are like grunting like 9 inches down, but I just can't locate them. And maybe it'll take water washing them off, or just a different day's perspective. Sometimes you have to walk across the place, I noticed, going a whole different direction, and then you get the little signal slipping out from under a stone to find you. So I went this way, and I came back this way, and I came out diagonal, and there's things in here, but I basically can't get them out of the dirt. I'm running in circles and burning daylight, so we are going to head upstream a little bit. And I can't believe that a guy came down and was like, I lost my ring here. If you ever metal detect, you should look for it. Because he saw my metal detector on my gold rig that day. Then the next day I came down and they were like, yeah, this guy told us years ago when we were here he lost his ring. I'm like, that must be the same guy. Or, here's the new theory. Those were two different people that have been here telling other people that they lost their rings here. Think about that. That could mean neither of those people belong to the ring I found, and there's just that many at every watering hole that are lost. Aha! So here's our next little find, and the the sun is fading out of the day, and it looks like a little golden, that's definitely it. It's a little golden Xbox thing. Let's go look it up. What am I saying? Yeah, my battery thing is flashing. I'm exhausted and I've been running in circles. Man, that thing got beat up. But yeah, it says Xbox on it. See that? Xbox. And looks kind of golden, but I think that's just the plating on it, because it feels pretty rough too. I don't know, let me clean that up just a little bit. That's what that is. It's a little Xbox thing, and I see in spots where it's gotten bashed. I think it's just gold plated or brass plated pot metal. So maybe those came with them. I never got an Xbox, so not sure, but I think I see copper right there on the top of the big knobs. That's pretty cool though. I don't know, we'll clean it all up and take a real close look at it, but I'm sure if it was gold, it would have his maker mark. I'm sure a lot of you are like, that's a charm, dummy, it came with him. Okay, fine. But hey, it was a little golden signal. you know, in a big gravelly beach. So I hit everyone that's down there. The guy that told me that story, and then the people the next day that told me the story about the lost diamond ring and whatever down here, said they were swimming under the bridge. This is all gravel. There's the island. Right there's where I found everything stacked up in those roots. Okay, so we're here for cleanup by the side of the road. Sorry about the car noise. I had to plug in. But here's all of our garbage that we had to hunt through. But basically the 2 beaches that I could access today, totally clean, nothing on them. And I mean, that's down to the little tinfoil wads. So if you can appreciate that, these are the little ones with paper on one side and tinfoil. Got some more lead out. So once again, a member of the Gold Prospectors Association of America has removed quite a lot of lead this year. That's what treasure hunters do. They clean up rivers, they clean up water, they take care of it. And this was a cool rock. I just like the lines on it, really nifty. That's another cool rock. That's why they're in the treasure pile down here. A little washer. These are our zinc pennies, our copper, or I like to refer to them as real pennies, dimes, quarter. Here's our little Xbox trinket, which is pretty cool. And then of course, the ridiculous ring. So, yeah, once again, pretty early on, found one of the coolest things. And then the finds didn't top that for the rest of the day. So I'm wondering all about it. You heard me babble after I found it. So we'll take it to a shop and get them to sort it out for us for sure. But yeah, that's fun. So subscribe if you haven't already, if you would, and hit the little bell button next to it, and then you won't miss one of these episodes where we find out if it's real. It's real enough for me. I dug it. It's solid. It's not a hallucination. Yeah. Okay, and a lady just stopped by and said that there's some elks that are calving up here in a field. So let's go check them out. I was driving across the state about a year ago on the same straightaway, and the elks jumped across at night, but I couldn't film them for you. I just got dark images, so this is probably the same herd. So the elks are back, and we're gonna go catch them. And dude, I think I got your diamond ring. I could see why he was like, it's, you'd know, oh, you know, he's like going off about it. I think he got it for his girlfriend is what was happening. They came down here on their something and lost it. I'd be a little freaked out too, probably. So if there are no elks, this will be it. Thank you for coming with me. Again, thank you for sharing the insanity of that. I mean, no matter what, I'm just so stoked. And God, it's been a good month. Request for details. And we're up to like 500 subscribers today. And I really appreciate it. And I don't know, the spirits are with us. So I will see you people down the road at the next one. Okay, I hope I do not spook an entire herd of elk here. But I want to show them to you guys. Okay, I'm not even going to walk towards them. But look. I saw you guys when I was going out crystal hunting at night. Look at his big old antlers. That's crazy. And then see the calves. Oh. Right? Let me get a steady shot here. I think that this is a great treasure at the end of our whole treasure hunt here. It's a happy thing. He just jumped across the road in the middle of the night one night in front of me while I was coming down the straightaway at about 2 in the morning out on a treasure hunt. And they've been kind of like mystical to me since. So that's awesome. It's basically, it looks like a male. The female is, maybe that's a young adolescent male because it's got antlers. Not sure how that works with them. And a bunch of what looks like females. And then they got 2 young ones that I can count. There they are. Those are cute. They look a lot like baby mooses when they're little. Just taking their evening stroll with their family. That's really cool. Really cool. Super fun. Okay, well, thanks for coming with me on this one. We will see you next time on the quest for details.